First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zeng Kong. Homage to His Holiness 16 Karmapa. Homage to Master Dupten Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Magic Lamdre, and all the Dakinis. Simu, Tanzan Gatso, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here over the internet. And our participating VIPs today are the rep from Taipei Mission to Norway and Sweden, Ambassador Dongzhou Liao's wife, Dharma Sister Judy. And from Canada, Dr. Olivia and her husband. And Dr. Wei from New York. And the owner of Shanghai House Restaurant, Miss Liu Yihong. And from Taiwan, the IJ Enterprise Special Assistant to the President of the company, Dharma Brother Ge, and Dr. Ryan Zhuang and his wife. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do? Thank you for coming, everybody.
Thank you for coming.
We have so many people. That's because Magic Lamdre is here. How do you do? Greeting in Cantonese.
现在通知大家哈，下个礼拜天是12月
For next Sunday, December 1st.
12月1号，那么下午呢
December 1st, Sunday at 3 p.m.
是文殊师利菩萨护摩法会。文殊师利菩萨护摩法会。
It's Manjushri Homa fire offering ceremony. And he's one of the 8 great bodhisattvas, and he occupies the first place in all the bodhisattvas, of all the bodhisattvas. So he symbolizes wisdom, and this deity is extremely important. This is very important. If you don't want any wisdom, then you don't have to come, and you don't have to register yourself as the primary supplicants. But if you need wisdom, or yourself or your children, because the Dharma lineage for wisdom is first and foremost. We all know of the 6 paramitas or the 6 perfections of bodhisattvahood. One of them is wisdom and meditation, meditative stability. And this meditative stability relies on wisdom. And by having wisdom, it can generate meditation. And in meditation, you would be able to generate wisdom. So it's mutual. So of all the Dharma practices, the 6 perfection of bodhisattvahood is all for the wisdom. They are all for the wisdom. So in our Buddhist studies, the most important is to study the wisdom of the Buddha, the wisdom of the Tathagata. So all the body, speech, and mind of all the bodhisattvas, the wisdom of all Tathagata's body, speech, and mind is Manjushri Bodhisattva. The symbol of all the wisdoms of all Tathagata's body, speech, and mind is Manjushri Bodhisattva. So the 3 reliances in Tantrayana, the 3 deities that you can rely on are Manjushri Bodhisattva, the wisdom deity, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the compassionate deity, and Vajrapani Bodhisattva, the Dharma power deity. Those are the 3 reliances. Therefore, Manjushri Bodhisattva is extremely important. Many Tathagatas have attained Buddhahood because of Manjushri Bodhisattva. Many Tathagatas. So Manjushri Bodhisattva is the leader, the first and foremost of all Bodhisattvas. So Manjushri Bodhisattva can allow or make the attainments of the Tathagatas or Buddhas. So therefore this deity is extremely important. That's the end of the announcement of the ad. So just now, Magic Lamdre and the black wrathful Dakini descended, both descended. When we formed the mudra, they descended. This Tanka here, I went to the Homa fire pit and to open the fire pit and to set ceremonial demarcation. I saw the Magic Lamdre Tanka. This Tanka is extremely dignified and beautiful. She's holding a damaru made of human skin in her right hand, and her left hand is holding a Vajra bell, and she's standing in a dancing posture. To appear as Magic Lamdre, she looks extremely dignified. This Tanka looks very nice. And the mudra, so it's the same mudra as Golden Mother and many of the Dakinis. The same mudra and the mantra. And she has the black wrathful Dakini too, and just now the black wrathful Dakini also descended. In Taiwan, In my study, above my desk, there's a tanka of the black wrathful Dakini. And in Seattle, America, in my room, there are 2 tankas of Magic Lamdre. 2 Magic Lamdre tankas. They're all very beautiful and dignified. I highly admire Magic Lamdre's cutting practice. And Magic Lamdre is the founder of the chart tradition. And some translated it as the Shichiba school. So it's like taking off clothes because Magic Lamdre is naked. So that's a transliteration in Chinese. So people translate it into different words. Jie, Xijie, they're all the same in Chinese. So she's a founder. She's a head lineage guru. So she and Padampa Sangye, which is a Tibetan name for Bodhidharma, and Padampa Sangye was also the head for the leaping practice. So what is the leaping practice in order to have attainments? So directly, with the direct pointing to the mind, immediately or suddenly you attain Buddhahood. That's the sudden enlightenment. And the other one is the gradual enlightenment. You follow the step by step in the development stage, and ultimately you understand Buddha nature and you confirm and prove the Buddha nature. That's the gradual enlightenment or attainment. And the other one was the sudden attainment. And for Bodhidharma, the Dharma teaching that he gave in China was the leaping practice or the sudden attainment, which is also Zen Buddhism. So Padampa Sangye is the Tibetan name of Bodhidharma. And he transmitted it to Magic Lamdre. She relied on many gurus, not just one guru. Like Sonam Lama was also a guru who granted empowerment upon her. And the other one was also her spiritual companion, Mahasiddha from India. And what is most important or the most famous about her is the cutting practice. And then her self-sacrifice practice. So you start with charity or giving. I mentioned something here. The first goal is giving. In the self-sacrifice practice, you give your body, you sacrifice your body and give it away. Once you give it away, it doesn't exist
那
anymore.
么它的所谓的断，这个
And
断
the
法的意
cutting
思就是讲，
practice, what it means,
像我昨天晚上也有提到。
last night I
稍微
also
有提到一点
mentioned about
你
one
能
thing.
够在这娑婆世界八风吹不动，
If you
世
are
间八
able
法都不能动你的心，
to not
而
be
且你
blown
也
by the
没有
eight
吃素，
winds of the world,
也没有
and
嫉妒，
you have no
甚至
envy,
把欲
no
望断掉，
jealousy, and you can
是人要
even
把
cut
欲望
off
断掉，
your desire.
其实很困难，但是有一
It's
个方
actually
法
difficult to
可
cut
以
off your
断掉你的
desire,
欲望。
but there is one
什么
method.
方法？
What method is it?
我昨天没讲，
I didn't
什么
say
方
it
法可以断
yesterday.
掉你的欲望？
So what method can you use to stop
看
your
看你们有
desire?
没有想法跟世尊一样？
So any
啊，
thoughts?
举手讲讲看。
Please raise your hands.
认为自己已经死了，我
Regard
现在讲我
yourself
自己
as being dead. Not me. Not. That's
现
not what
在
I
想法不
thought.
是这样。欲望，我只是讲到欲望而已。
I'm just
什么
talking about
方法
desire.
可以让你断除欲望？
So what methods can you
莲池上
use
师，
to stop your desire? Master Lin Ci.
我现在没有想到这个。
No, that's not what I'm
你
thinking.
们讲的都是对的。
What you were saying were right, but that's not what I'm thinking now.
断掉欲望最好的方法
The
就是
best
让
way
生重病啊！
to cut off your desire is
你
to be
你生了
really
重
sick.
病啊，
Once you're really
躺在医
sick,
院里面啊，你生了重
you're
病
in
了，
a,
躺
on
在
a
医
sick
院里面，
bed
在
in
加
the
护病房
hospital,
里面呢，
in ICU,
这个时候你有什么欲望？
then what desire would you have?
这是一个方法。你
That's
生
a
了重病，
method. That's one method.
你身体很虚弱，
You're really sick and you feel very weak.
皮包骨，
You're so skinny
科研残喘，
and
你
can
那时候有什么欲
barely
望？
breathe. I mean,
大
have
概
no
只有一个
energy.
欲望。
What desire
我
would
的
you
病赶
have?
快好，我什么都不要，
Maybe just one desire. I just want to feel
就把我病治好
better, to feel well, to be cured.
你说
That's it.
是不是？
You don't want anything else,
你
right?
如果这时候生重病，躺在重病病房的时
So
候，
if you are really,
还有什么
really sick in the
你还有什
ICU,
么欲望？
what
你还要
desire
你的
would you
名吗？
have? Do you still care about your
我全身
reputation?
插管，我的尊严很
And with
我
tubes
有
all
我的
over
尊
your
严，
body, and
我
you
是
have your
部长，我是
dignity.
总统，我
I
是
am a director,
国
a
家负责人，
president, the leader of
你
the
还要那个
nation.
名吗？
But do you still care
Yeah.
about that name?
你还要钱
No.
吗？
Do you still care
你
about
没有，
the
我已
money?
经皮包骨了，
Do you still want money? No.
全身插管，
You're already so
你还要
skinny
钱
with
吗？
tubes all over. Do you still
你
want
还要女
money?
色吗？
Do you still want woman?
已经不举了，
You can't get
还
it
要
up
什么女
anymore.
色了？
What woman would you
财
want?
色名，这个时候你都可以不要，
So
你
money,
只要呢你的
woman,
飞虎
name,
生龙
you don't
活
want
虎
any.
那
You
时
just
候
want
啊
to get
你又
better.
要名，又要利，
Once you
又要势，
recover and gain yourself back, then you start to want more money,
对不对？
name, and woman or sex. Right? Yes.
对呀，生重病的时候，你可以讲说你欲望都没有。但是
When
也
you're
有人
really
生重
sick,
病，
you can
还可
say
以
that
试
you have
行，
no desire anymore. But there
那个
are
不
some
是走在
people
旁边
who's really
他还
sick
伸手摸他的
and
屁股，
he's already half conscious, but when the nurse
这个真的是
came by,
色
he
心不
still
改，
extended his hand
到了
and
病那
touched
么
her
重了，
butt.
意识昏
So
迷，
he's
他
really
原来的这个色
incorrigible.
的本性还是在，
He's already
还
really
伸手，
sick, but his habits is still there. He
也有
still
人这样
extended
子。
his hand.
我去看一个病人，这个病人
I
本来
went to
全身
see
脱
a
光的，只
patient
是上面盖一个白布。
and he was totally
那我们去
naked
看他，总要意思
and
意思，
only with
包个
the
红包
piece of
给这个病人。
cloth
这个
on
病
him.
人一看到红包，眼
So
睛一亮，
we give
还把
him
钱拿
a
过
red
来，红包
envelope
马上抢过去。
and immediately he
那个
took
旁
the
边
red
的家人
envelope
啊，要把红包拿过去啊，给
and
他放，
so
放
his family
你
was
no，
about
这是我的，
to
然
take
后
care
伸
of
手
the
要
red
放到他的
envelope
皮
for
包
him
皮包里
and
面，
he said
给
no
他身体
and he wanted to
光
place it
光光
inside
溜溜
his
的，
wallet but
没
then
地方
he
放，到处到
realized
处
that
抢，
he was
藏在屁
actually
股底下，还是不停地
naked.
拿。
He had no place to
那
hide
个
it, to
时
place it,
候也
and
是
still
要
he
钱，
wanted to hide it under his bed, not wanting
还是有
anybody
这
else
种，
to take it.
还是有这
So
种。
there are still people like that who still want money even at that
那
stage.
大部分的人到了很重病的时候，真的
But most
什么
people,
都
when
可以
they're
不要，
really sick,
也不要再去想，
they
什么都
let
不要。
go of everything. They
那么
don't
刚刚
think
他
of
们两
anything
个
anymore.
所讲的，也是都是对的。
And just now what the two were saying was
死了
also okay.
什么都没有。
Once
马吉拉
you're
尊的乱
dead,
法
nothing
就是
exists.
让你观
So
想
Magic
你死了，
Labdron's cutting practice
把你
is
身
to
体
visualize when you
变成甘
die,
露，
to
去
change
供
your
养
physical
至
body to
圣
become
六法
ambrosia or
十
amrita
法界。
and to make it as an offering to the
我们修行人
four
常常
holy
做
realms
实
and the
相，
six mundane realms, the 10 Dharma realms.
也就是说，
So
这个
as a
方法
spiritual
就是让
cultivator,
你经常演练死
we
亡，
often mindful of death. So
让你
this
经
cutting
常演练
practice is
死
to
亡，
remind us of
时
death.
时记住你已经死了。
And you should always be mindful
虽
that
然
you
你
are
还
dead
活着，但是
already,
你的观
although
念
you're
是
still
我
living
已经
now,
死了。
but your mindset should be thinking that you're dead already.
那已经死了以后呢？你还有
Once
希
you're
望吗？
dead
当然就
already,
没
do you
有，
still have desire?
完
Of
全
course
就
not.
没有遗忘。
None whatsoever.
你既然已经死了，
Because you're
你
dead
为什么
already.
还要选举？
Why do you still want to be
不
elected
用
if
选
you're
举，
dead already? No need.
因为你也当不了什么这个国家负责人啊，当不了立
Because
法委员啊，
you will not become the leader of the nation
那
or
什
the
么部长
legislator
啊，
or
这个院长啊，
ministers
这
or
都不用当，
directors or
你已经
whatever.
死了，
You don't need to become any of
对
them. You're
名
dead already.
名的心就没有，
So the
利的
desire
心
for
也
name,
应该就没有。
title, and
你就
position
想
is
想，你
gone.
已经死了，
And desire for benefits
既然死
will
了，
also be gone because
人
you
间的
are
钞票
often
根本没有
thinking that
用，
you're dead
一
already.
点用处都没有，
The bills, the money in the world has no
没
use
有了。
anymore.
这个利的心也没
No
有，
more.
名的心也没有。
So desire for
那
benefits
你已
is
经
gone
死
too
了，
because you're dead already.
色心当然也没有。
And of course your desire for sensual
这个就
pleasure
是
is
乱
also
法。
gone.
马吉拉尊的修行的
So
方法，
this is the cutting
就
practice
让
of
你
Magic Labdron
产生欲望，
to let you generate,
全部消除，
to let you
烦恼
eliminate
全
all
部
your
消除，
desire, to eradicate all afflictions,
一切就是归于空。
and everything return to emptiness.
死就是修炼无我的方法。
And being
死了
dead is to practice the
还会
selflessness
吃
or
醋，
the state of no
常
self.
常修这种法，
Once you're
戒到
dead,
头了，
how can you still be
没
jealous?
有什么叫做吃醋，
So if you often
也没有
practice
什么叫
this,
嫉妒，因为
ultimately
所有的妄念
there
也
is
没
no
有，
more jealousy, no
念
more
头全没
envy,
有，
because you have no more
你还有
thoughts,
烦恼吗？
none,
也没有了。
No more extraneous thoughts. Do you still have afflictions, worries, and troubles? No more.
地震来了，反正你也死了，
If earthquakes is here, but you're dead already,
也不用烦恼了。
there's no need to be worried.
其实修这个法，到时候就
Actually, by practicing this,
像
at the end you would feel
火灾发生了，
like if there's fire around your house,
你也不用紧张，
there's no
因为你
need
早
to
就死
be
了。
panic because you're dead
这
already.
时候火烧到你家，你也不用紧张，
And when the fire reaches your house,
家也
there's
本来
no
就不
need
是我
to
的，
get nervous because
这个沙
the
漠世
house
界也
did
不是
not
我的，
belong to me anyway.
这房
The
子也不
world
是我的，
does not
车子也
belong to
不是
me.
我的，
The
金银
house,
财
the
宝也不是我
cars,
的，
all the wealth
我刚刚好，
don't belong to me.
不用去火葬场，在家里直接就
It's
烧掉。
so it's good that I don't have
你紧
to
张，
go to the
不用紧张，
crematorium
你
to be
常常修这个
cremated. I
法，
can just be cremated inside my own house.
那你老
There's
婆
no
跟人
need
家
to be
跑了
panic.
也没有关
So
系，
by practicing this
那
practice,
行，
if your wife runs away with another man, it's okay. Go ahead.
为什么呢？
Why?
她也不是我永远的老婆，
Because she's also not my eternal
没有
wife.
永
It's
远的
not my
老婆，
wife
就是你
forever.
先挂我，就是我先挂，
If
就是
she
我先
doesn't
死，就
die
是你
first,
先
I
死。
would die first.
所以有一句话讲，
So
人在
that's
天堂，
why there's this statement.
钱在银行，
The man is in
老婆在
heaven,
别
his
人的
money
胸
is
膛，
in the bank, his wife is
兄弟
at
姐妹在
some
争
other
财产。
man's chest, and the siblings are fighting
不
for
过
your
这样
money.
也很好，我认为无
But
所谓。
that's good too.
如
For
果是
me,
我，
it
我也无
doesn't
所谓，
matter.
因为我已经在天堂，
If that were had
这一点最
that had
重要。
been me, it's fine.
你今
I'm
天
in
下了
heaven
地狱，
already.
钱也
That
在
is
银
the
行，
most important thing. But if you go
人
to
在
hell,
地
your
狱，
money is also in
钱
the
在
bank,
银行，老婆在别人的胸
and
膛，
his
还有
wife
呢，
is at
你
some
的兄弟
another
姐妹
man's
在争你的
chest,
财产，这就
and
真
your
的可怜，
siblings are fighting for your inheritance. Then that would
这才是
truly
真正的可怜。
a sad
断
story.
法
That
的
would be
意思，
pitiful.
断
So
掉
the
所有
meaning
的
of the
烦恼，
cutting
你就不用
practice
烦
is to
恼什
cut
么，
off all
还
afflictions.
烦恼
There's
什么呢？
nothing to worry about.
我昨天讲了一句话，
Yesterday I
一切
said,
都是最美好的安排。
everything is the
你谁
best
会断法
arrangement.
以后，你就讲一切
Once
都
you
是
have
最完
mastered
美
the
的安
cutting
排。
practice, then you would know
今天如
that
果
everything is the best arrangement.
今天如果是房子垮了，
Today, if the
地震了，
house
房
came
子垮
down
了，房子
because there's an
压死
earthquake,
也好，因为我本
it's
来就死
fine if you die in it because I was dead already.
压死也好，
It's fine.
无所谓啊
Doesn't matter.
，I don't care。
I don't care.
那个是叫做什么？all die， 通通都死啊，
All
还有好多人
die
陪你。
and many companions together.
火灾也是一样啊，
The
地震
same
也
with
是一样。
fire, earthquake.
我如果被海水淹死，
If
当然会
I'm
游泳，会游泳的，
if
往往
I
是死在水
drowned
里面。
in the
我如
ocean,
果有一天
I
游
know
泳死，
how to swim.
我也无
But
所谓啊，
if I
说
die
不定
drowning,
变成
that's
海
fine
总
too.
统的女婿。
Perhaps I would become the son-in-law of the dragon king in the
就是
ocean.
这样啊，这个就已经无我了啦。
That's
这
how
种
it
境界
is.
就是无我的
Then
境
this
界。
kind of realm is called the realm of no
那么
self.
这个时候就让它随意，
So at this time, you
这
just
是我
let
昨
it
天讲
be,
的随意。
which is
我
what
昨天
I
一直
talked
在
about
解释这个
yesterday.
随意，
I
一直
was
解释不出
trying
来
to
任
explain
意
this,
任意，一直解释不出来。
just letting it be.
有
Oh,
一个我以前
I
讲过一
couldn't
个
explain
任意
it well
就是说
yesterday,
好像我们人
but there's one thing. Like if you go see a
到
movie,
电影院去看电影，
you go to the
电影
movie
开始
theater, the
你
movie
跟着这个情
started
节走，
and you
跟电影
follow
情节走，
uh,
电影让你
you
笑，
follow
你笑
the
得
the
很高兴。
story,
嘿嘿
and if the movie
电
makes
影
you
让你
laugh, you laugh. The movie makes you cry, and you cry.
你就哭得很惨。电影可以让你笑，也可以让你哭。
So a movie can make you laugh
终
and
于
cry.
，ra
And at the end, the end.
the end， 电 hand 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 就是手啊，
You say hand? That's
我还是听成 hand。哦，燕呐、卢胜燕，你跟我讲卢胜燕的燕呐、师母还是比较聪明呐、
so Sumo is still
所以
smarter
她
than
才
all
会
of
当
you.
师母啦。
That's why she's the Sumo.
你跟我讲卢胜燕燕，这个燕就可以了嘛，对不对？人家师母还是比较聪明。
Why
你
don't
跟
you
我讲
just
了半天
say that?
hand hand
You said hand,
燕
but Sumo is smarter.
啦燕。什么？还有别的？李燕。我不想学英文，
I don't want to learn English.
那么啰里啰嗦的。
It's just too much.
THE 是
T
发音，不是 ra 吗？哦，两种发音呐、
There are two ways to pronounce THE, but I only knew one.
好了好了好了好了好了。
Okay,
我不
okay.
管，反正
It
电影
is
结束了，对不对？
So it's the end of the movie.
这个电影一结束啊，
Once the movie ends,
你人说刚刚过去的那个又哭又笑，
so what just happened to you, laughing and
你
crying?
是随着剧情，心随着剧情在走。
So your heart and your mind is
这个心啊，随
inside
着剧情
the
在走，
movie,
就是融入其中。
then you're
那你
merging
看
with
着
it.
剧情一直这样子在走，
But
是
if you're
禅定
just
的一个
following
过程
the storyline, then it's the
到
a
最后
process of the
断掉
meditation.
了，结
And
束
at
了。
the end, when
你
you
还
cut
是
it because it has
电
ended,
影是电影，
then the movie is the
你还
movie
是
and you
电
are
影是电
you.
影。那么这个时候啊，你还是恢复你原来的本性，
Then you just return to your
就按
original
照这个昨
nature.
天道果的所讲的任意的意思，就是说，你可以随
So
着剧
according
情
to
走，
Lamdre's letting it be is that you
随着
can
电影
follow
的
the
剧情，
storyline of the
要笑
movie
要哭，
and you laugh and you
但
cry,
是
it's
最后
fine.
结束的时候，
But at the
你会
end,
醒过来说，
when
哎，
it ends, you would
我
wake
还
up
是
and
我，
realize I
不
am
受
still
电影的
I
影响，
and I'm not
我
affected by the
仍然
movie.
是我，
I'm
不受电
still
影影
me.
响。
I'm
这
not
个叫做
affected by the
任
movie.
意。
And this is called letting it
那么
be,
在这个禅定的过程里
like
面，
following
是你
my
跟
will.
电影融合为一，随着
So
它笑，
when the
随着
movie
它哭。
plays, then you're one with the
到了
movie.
电影结束了，
You
然
laugh
后
and
恢
cry
复
with
原来
it.
的佛性，
But when the movie ends, you return to your
就
original
是
Buddha
这个样子。
nature. That's how it
所以
is.
他经常道果里面常常写到一个
So
任
in
意，
Lamdre,
任意
it
的意思
often
就是
talks about this
融合为一， 认
letting
识
it
保
be
持自己的
at
清净。
will. So you can go with the flow, but
你
you
知道这
maintain
个是
your
在看电
clarity
影，
and
不是
lucidity.
真实，是假。
So you know that you're
人
watching a
生也是
movie.
这个
It's
样子。
not real.
我告
It's the
诉你，
same with human
一
life,
起搓稿，我
with
们
our
要谈
life.
一起搓稿。
the Dharma of Ishichogal, which to be transmitted in February, said, I see that this human world, I see that there is nothing real in this human world. There are no real things in this human world. She said, I see that there are no real things in this human world. This statement made me contemplate and ponder upon it for many days. Why did she say that? Because the human world and the human life is just a movie. It's not real. You think the physical body is real? You have a strong ego. I am real. I want something. Actually, your body is not yours. It's just a composition. And it's unreal. It's fake. There's nothing real about it. You would know when you age. You want to see things with your eyes. The eyes do not listen to you anymore. You cannot see. And you have back pain and you can tell your back, no pain, but it's still painful. When you have frozen shoulders, okay, raise your arm and you cannot. But Grandmaster still does not have any of that problems, which people usually get in their 40s, the frozen shoulders. Or in the 50s. It's just a term in Chinese. You have back pains in your 40s and frozen shoulders in the 50s. That's what the doctors say. Oh, when you say in the 50s, it's just a term. But any time when you cannot raise your arms, that means you have frozen shoulders. Not only in the 50s, but any age. So your body doesn't belong to you. So if we ask you to run 100 meters now, can you run it in 11 seconds? I did that before when I was young. But now, can you? No. Impossible. There are many things that you cannot do anymore. So let me tell you, the parts that should be hard are not hard. And the parts that should not be hard got hard. So, if the body belongs to you, you cannot even command it, then is that real? If even your body is not real, how could anything else outside is real? No way. Recently, I often think of one thing. Simu's health is not so good, and because of that, I don't go back to Taiwan. Do you know? I have a very secret treasure chest in Taiwan. A treasure trove that keep my secret things. I was worried about my things. Why? Because her health is not good and Taiwan's air is not good, and in Taiwan all the mosquitoes eat me. I must have owed the mosquitoes something karmically. As soon as I enter into a room, the mosquitoes always find me and then sting me
没有蚊子耶，
until I cry out. So Seattle is really heaven, no mosquitoes.
我给它吵得晚上都睡不好觉。
So the mosquitoes always
那么台湾现
ring
在台中
around that
空
I
气又不
cannot
好，
sleep well at night.
但
And
是
the air in
我知道
Taichung is also
我的
not
那个
good.
宝库啊，只有我一
But
个人
I'm
知道，
worried about that treasure
空
trove,
地
and
空
only
光地
only
just
I know about it.
just me
Just
just
me.
me know 只有我一个人知道啊。那我又不把藏宝图画出来，
So
没有
if I
人会
don't
拿到我的
draw the map to that treasure, nobody else would know.
我如果不回去，今年不
So
回去，明年
if I
不回
don't
去，
go back this year,
明年
next year,
自己也回不去了。
and then one year I
那怎么
will
办呢？
not be able to return there
现
anymore.
在哦，你
What
学
should
了
I
断
do?
法，
But
马吉拉
once
真的断法，你
you
就知道了，
learn the cutting practice of Magic Labdron, you would
无
know
所谓，
it doesn't matter.
有福的人拿去，
Whoever has the
有福气的人拿走
fortune would
我
get
不
it.
知道是谁会拿走，
I don't know whom,
反正有福气的人
but whoever that has the fortune would get it.
所以现在也无所谓，
That's how we think.
因为你学
So
了
now
断
I
法以
don't
后
care.
你的心胸非常
So once you learn the cutting practice, then your mind and your heart are wide open.
假宝。
What is treasure? It's just fake stuff.
为什么是假宝？
Why do we
用不着。
call them fake stuff? Because it's not yours. You cannot use them.
用不着，那怎么办呢？
You
就
don't
给别
get
人
to
用嘛。
use them. So what should you do then? Then you just let others use
古
them,
董有什么用？
and you keep them for what? The antiques are
你又
for
不卖掉，
what? You don't
留
sell
这些干什
them.
么？
What use is there keeping them?
将来回去啊，把那些那个
So in the
古董
future, if I go
东西啊
back, all those
用棒球棒
antiques,
全
and
部给它咔咔咔
I just use the baseball bat
全部给它
and
拔
crush
掉
them all. Might as well
断了嘛。
cut
你
them
还
all.
你还想那些干什么？
Why are we
不想了。
thinking about those still? No more.
美色也不想，什么都不想。
We're not thinking about the woman anymore either. So this cutting practice is really excellent.
我也断了，
Once you cut it off, you cut off self or ego, afflictions,
财
everything.
色名
Wealth,
一
sex,
干二净。
name, everything completely, cleanly.
哦，你是这样子想的，还是自私哎？
Oh, you're selfish. If that's what you thought.
哎，阿弥陀佛。
Amitabha.
今天讲到决断脉
Today
处，
we talk about Lamdre.
道果里面
To cut off the channel areas divided into two, cutting off the channels of rebirth and cutting off the channels of
真正
nirvana.
到了最高
Do
的
you
境界
know, once you reach the highest
轮
state,
回啊跟涅槃
that
是一
rebirth and
是
nirvana
一如的
are the same.
轮回就轮回嘛，
If you're to be reborn, then you're reborn. You're one with the movie.
涅槃吗？
If you enter into nirvana, you're just returning to your intrinsic original nature.
它里面
That's what I
截
say.
断轮回脉，
So cutting
能
off
消
the
除脉
channels
之
of
过失
rebirth,
或者疼痛，
it can eliminate the faults and pain of the channels. At the area where the channels are connected
脉结之间
and to the areas
脉
where
上生痛，
the knots are not opened yet by the
后
qi,
述
then there would be pain on the channels, like the wind that brings knives, etc.
如
And in practicing to increase the ambrosia, the pure ambrosia, the qi moves to all channels, like water flowing through a tight and obstructed areas. Then wherever there's pain, you pay attention to that. And once you open the knots, then it is impossible not to generate the meditation of bliss and emptiness. And by knowing the kinds of channels and the area of pain, like stated in the verse, the 4 rebirth channels and wheels or chakras, etc. It is they're the 6 forms of the channels, of the rebirth channels. It's like holding an umbrella. That's good, and it's like a coil of snakes. That's not so good. And then this is talking about the channels, and the most important one is the central channel, and then the left channel and the right channel. And then there are many more channels and chakras, like the channels at the brow chakra, at the throat chakra, at the heart chakra, at the navel chakra, at the secret chakra, and then at the channels that reach all parts of the body. And altogether, they often say 72,000 channels. If the channels are knotted, then there would be pain. So you need to use the qi to open the channels, to loosen and open the channels. I often say this. And you use inner fire to open the channels. You use the light drops to open the channels. There are only these 3 things: qi, vital energy, inner fire, tumo, and light drops, bindu. They are used to open the channels. There are many elderlies who have joint problems, the knees. They would feel pain there because your light drops are gone. So the wheel and on the joints between the bones, there's no more moisturizer, lubricant, then you would feel pain. We have many doctors here. I'm not a doctor, but this is my simple theory. Because you have no more light drops, so there are no more lubricant. So when the bones moves against bones, then you would feel pain. Then your knees would be painful when you're old, because your light drops is gone. So I said that last night. Why you have problems with your brain or with your neural system? Because your light drops are gone. Why? You have no more saliva? Because when you eat, you need the saliva. But why? The saliva is dry up. And if you have no more saliva, it would be difficult for you to eat or to speak. If you have no more insulin, that means the light drops is gone. Then you would get diabetes. So all parts of your body, the organs, have secretions, have light drops, including the brow chakra. And the light drops have many functions, including as the lubrication.
那你为什么会身体哪里痛哪里痛呢？
So
脉
why
会
you
痛，
have pain here and pain
那个
there on
脉
your
啊不
body,
顺，
on
不
the
通，
channels, because the channels is
发炎
blocked
纠缠在一起，
or it's not
当然就会痛。
smooth, it's not straight, they're all knotted.
道理
Of
就是
course,
这
then
样
you
子
have
的，
pain.
人的身体的道理就是这样。
So that's the
所以
theory,
呢，
the concept inside
讲
our
啊，
body. So
截
that's why
断
it
轮
said
回脉，他的意思是
cutting off the
你哪
channels
里
of
痛，
rebirth.
你
So what it meant
修
here
你
is
的
wherever
养精，
there's pain,
只
you
是
practice
甘露
to increase your
跟
pure
气
ambrosia,
同
that's the
时吸
nectar,
引一切脉触，
and the qi
走到任何一
together
个脉都通。
moving
如
inside all the
但是如
channels
果不
until
通
all
就是这样，
channels are open
水
and
流
smooth.
入夹沟不开，
If it's not
容纳脉
open, then it would be like
这个
water
水啊
flowing through a
流到
block
非常狭小
and
的沟里面，
narrow,
像
tight
在那边涌积不通的时候，那就痛， 那个就
pipes
是痛。
and
告诉
blocks,
你
so
人会
that's
中风，
pain.
就是这
The
样。
reason why we have strokes
你
is
的
because of
血
this
液
too,
啊，
because your
从
blood
你的这个血管流到那里不通，
inside the blood
那个
vessels
是
it's
heart
blocked,
attack。
then that becomes a heart attack. Heart attack.
Heart attack。 总之我听的就是 heart attack。 我不管你们懂不懂，但是你也懂得我的意思吧。
See, even when you don't understand my English, you understand what I mean.
它太 heart 就是流到心脏的血管阻塞，
So the blood returning
那个就是
to the
中风
heart
心脏中风。
is being blocked, then there would be
这个
heart
刚刚
attack
道国里面他也写
or
到，他也写
arteriosclerosis.
到
So in Lamdre
这
just now
血
it was
液啊
mentioned
在
too.
脑部里面呢流
If the
动，
blood is moving in the
结果
brain,
那一条水沟破裂了，
but that pipe or the
那也
channels
是脑
is
中风。
broken, then that would
或
be
者哪一
brain
条
hemorrhage.
你那个脉啊不通了，你血液流
Or
到那里
whichever
被阻塞
channel
了，
is
那也
blocked
就是中风啊。
and the blood is being blocked, that's
这
also
两个都是
stroke.
死得快，
And this too would
一
make
个
you
是脑
die
中风死
quickly.
得快，
Brain
一个是
hemorrhage
心脏中
would
风
make
死
you
得
die
快，
very
这两个
fast.
死得快，
And heart
其
attack
他
would
死的都不痛快。
make you die very fast, but the rest you would be suffering
真的，
before you die.
人要死的时候，最好是这个脑部出问题，他死得快。
It
心脏
is
出问
best
题，
to die
心脏
with
停止
brain
死得
hemorrhage
快。
or heart attack,
我希望我
that
将
the
来
heart
死的时候
stops
啊，
beating,
也是心脏出
then you
问题
die
死得
quickly.
快，跟脑
That's what I
出问题
wish,
死得快，
that I would
其
just
他
die
的
of
死
heart
的都
attack
不
or
痛
brain
快。
hemorrhage.
这是
The
这个也
other
是一个
kinds
烦
of
恼的，
death would be
这也是
lengthy
上
and
天的心情烦恼。
problematic, and that is considered to be a
所以
kind of
我
affliction
妈妈
or
以前
worries.
拜观世音菩萨的时候，
So my mom in the
念完
past, when
观
she
世音菩萨
prayed
普
to
她
Avalokitesvara
唯一的祈求，
Bodhisattva, after she finished
跟
chanting
药
the
师经
Universal
讲，
Gate
药师
Sutra,
经
the only
拜
prayer,
托
the only
我
request
死得很
or
痛快，
wish that she had is she prayed to
这
Avalokitesvara
也是一种
Bodhisattva,
祈
please
求。
let me die
我妈妈
quickly
跟
and
经常跟药师经母讲，
cleanly.
让我死得很痛快，
That's
那
also
最
a
后她真
prayer,
的
you
死得
know.
很
That's
痛
what
快，
my mom prayed
3天就结束，
all the time, and she did die in 3 days.
也合了她的心愿，也合了她的
So
心愿。
her
我
wish
也
was
是，
fulfilled,
我现在我跟我妈妈写，
and I now learned
当
from
我
my
走的
mom,
时候啊，
when I die, when I
唔好
go,
把病院内底哦拖西连，拖西连
I
这
don't
句话
want
台湾话听过没有？
anybody.
卖唔好带病院内底拖
Do
西
you
连，
understand this Taiwanese?
迄是足可怕、足可怜的。
It's quite
就是让你
scary and
死得痛快。
pitiful if you die dragging. It's best if you just
我也希望，
die
我也是跟
quick
现
and
在
dry. quick and clean. So now I pray to magic Lamdre so that I can die quickly and cleanly. So I don't want to drag on in the hospitals. You know, some people just drag on and on for years. Oh my gosh, please, not me. So it's written in Lamdre here. Wherever there is pain, you can use your qi, your light drops and inner fire to open it, to move it so that it's flowing again. Then the pain would be resolved. The pain and the ache will go away. When I was young, and when I was 73, up till 73, I did not know what pain is all about. You know, I lived until I was 73 and I did not even know or never encounter what pain is about. Only one time I suffered from cellulitis. How old was I then? Only then I knew what pain was all about. Before I had the cellulitis, I did not know what pain was all about. So the cellulitis was due to bacterial infection. I couldn't have been infected, and the bacteria came in from some gaps in my nails, and then it became cellulitis. It was really scary. So when you feel blockage in your channels, then you can use your mind to transport the qi to that area, to open it, then the pain will be gone. I have demonstrated to you last week, right? To move the qi to the teeth, that the teeth would move to the ears would move to the eyes can then see the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and the qi moves to the ears, you can hear the sound of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And my qi can also circulate all over my body. Truly, my whole body can move. Master Lianzi asked me to move all parts of my body. So you push down the upper qi, you lift up the lower qi. Then the whole body will move. Then you push down the upper qi, you lift up the lower qi, and then the two combine, that's Treasure-Based Energy Yogi. And then I Treasure-Based Energy Yoga, and then you utilize this qi, and then I transport it, move it to the area where there's pain. There's no need to explain this part. 6 symptoms. The signs of the channels of rebirth, you would understand by reading them. Sometimes the channels are like open umbrella, like a coil snake, like a ball of threads, like a long thread and like branches of a tree or of like hair. And which types is good, which types are bad. Which the long thread is good, the branch of a tree is good, like hair is bad, like a ball of thread is bad, like a coil snake is bad. A beautiful girl asked the great master, my ex-boyfriend had a really ugly new girlfriend. Should I be happy?
这个大师很有
And
智
the
慧的回
master
答，
replied
他宁愿
wisely,
要一个很丑的女
he'd
孩子，
rather
而
have
不
an
要
ugly woman and don't
你是
want
不
you.
应该检讨
So
一
you
下，
should reflect upon yourself, right?
他宁可要丑的，
He
不要你那么漂亮，
he still preferred
是
an
吗？你
ugly
应该要检讨，
woman
为什么
rather
你男
than
朋友会讨
being
厌
with the beautiful you.
这
So
个
you
大师
should
很有智
think
慧。
and reflect upon that. So the master is really
前
wise.
天去庙里抽签，
The day before yesterday, I went to the
我就把
temple
它扔掉，
to get a divination,
多抽了
and
几
it
次，
was bad, so I threw it out.
这一次
And
抽
then I
到
kept
大
getting
吉，
another one and another one, another one until I got
果
the
然命
good
运
one.
是掌握在自己的手
See,
里。
haha. It turns out that your faith is in your hands.
啊，有一个人，香港的弟子，
That
他
someone
说
from Hong
他
Kong
告诉
said,
我，师尊，我以后不要去西雅图。
Grandmaster, I don't want to come to Seattle anymore. And I
我
asked
说我
why.
去问瑶池金母，
And she said, I
说
asked Golden
我以后
Mother,
可以常来西雅图吗？
can I
结
go
果
to
突然一
Seattle
凶，
frequently?
他
And
很
it
凶，就
was
是叫他不要来
said
西雅图。
bad.
他告诉我，他不想
So
来
she
西雅
told
图，
me
因为
she
我跟
doesn't
瑶
want
池
to
金母
go
讲
to
说，
Seattle
可以
anymore
常常来西雅图吗？他跟我
because she
讲
asked
凶，
Golden Mother if
他
she
说
can
我就
come
不
to
来。
Seattle often.
我就
And
跟
then
他讲，
the
你
reply
多
was
抽几
bad.
次。
So I told her, why don't you get a few more?
我就跟他讲啊，你多抽几次啊，一定会抽到吉的。
Then eventually you'll get the good one.
命运掌握在自己的手中。
So your faith is in your own
瑶池金母
hands.
的签是很准，
But that definition of Golden Mother is very accurate.
真的有一个，我不是跟你讲假的，有一个
It's
香港
true.
的，
This is
香
a
港的
true
弟子，
story.
他真
A
的去瑶池
disciple
金
from
母那
Hong
里抽
Kong.
签，他可以常来
She
西雅图
did
吗？结果他
try
抽的
to
是
get
凶
a
的，
divination from Golden
我就
Mother
跟他讲，
if she
多
can
抽
come
几
to
次。
Seattle often, and she got the bad one. And
他
I
朋
told
友我
her,
不知道有没有
just
听
get a few more. I don't know
过，
if
这
she
次好一
listened
段
to
时
me
间
or
没有
not.
了。
She hasn't been here for quite a long time.
有一个阿伯，他坐在一
There's
个
an
公车
elderly
上面，
man
最
on the
后一排，
bus,
他打
the
瞌睡，
last row, and he was
突然间这个公共汽
sleepy,
车啊，就忽然间刹车，急刹
and the
车，
bus
他一下子
braked all
连
of a sudden,
滚带爬的，一直滚到
and
这个司机那里，
he rolled all the way
他眼睛张开
to the side
看着
to
司
the
机，
driver, and he opened
是
his eyes
所有的
and looked
乘
at
客
the driver,
呢，眼看
and all the
就
other
要发
passengers
生口角了，
were about
结果这个阿
to
伯对司机
argue,
讲，
and
司
yet
机先生，
this elderly
你找
man
我
told
有
the
什么
driver,
事？
do you need anything from me?
我们要学习这个阿伯的精神，
So we should
不管怎么
learn
样，
from the spirit of this
碰到
elderly
什么
man.
事情
Doesn't matter what you
要
encounter,
处变不惊，
you're still
非常惊讶
unruffled, and you still live on with grace.
很多人都讲男人比较花心，
A lot of people say that the men are more playboyish,
根本没有科学
Right?
依据。
so there's no scientific background
这
for
个
that.
这个笑话是这样子讲，
And this joke
高
says,
中的时候啊，
in high school,
女生是比较喜欢帅气的男生，
the girls love the handsome boys, and the boys love the beautiful girls.
大学的时候啊，
In college,
女的是比较喜欢
The-
体贴的，
the woman
男的
loves
还是
the
喜欢
considerate
漂亮的女
man,
同学
but the man still loves the
出了社
beautiful
会，女
girls.
的就比较喜欢有钱的男生，
At work,
男的
the
还是
woman
喜欢
loves
漂亮的女
the rich
研
man,
究表示，
and the man still loves the
男
beautiful ladies.
不是男人是
So
谁？
this
是
proves
女人呐、
that
男人是非常
the
专一
playboy one is not the man, it's the
什么道
woman.
理？
The
很
man
简
is
单，
stays consistent.
20岁的时候啊，
You know why?
还
Very
是18
simple.
岁，
When he
我
is
40
20,
几岁
he
的时候
loves
也是
the
喜
18
欢
one.
18岁。
When I was 40, I still like the
当我
18 years
今
old.
年呢、今年还没有到80岁了。
But I'm not 80 yet. When I'm 80, when I was 70, I still like the 18 years old. See, a man is very consistent.
师尊还是喜欢18岁的。
Very focused. Grandmaster still likes the 18-year-old.
4:46了。
It's 4:46 now.
反正喜欢18岁的就可以了。Oh money baby home。
So, liking the 18-year-old is fine. So, oh money, pay me home.